Welcome to the 3D printed wall art mini series. In this video we will go through my basic printing process and the assembly process for our 3D printed wall art. In my 3D printing process there are a few things that I find essential for good prints. A clean print bed, a level print bed, dry filament and calibrated filament. My process for a clean print bed is very easy. Between every print I clean my print bed with isopropyl alcohol. Just dab a bit on a cloth and one that doesn't leave fibers behind. I like these wipe all cloths. Then I just wipe the surface. Even if I put a greasy finger on there, which can be a cause for adhesion issues. Just a wipe and it's gone. I've printed hundreds of hours without any adhesion issues. Maybe incidental, but those were more about laziness, user error, or bad 3D design. A level print bed is essential for good adhesion and great prints as well. BambuStudio asks you every print if you want to level the print bed. I don't do this because of saving some time. On my earlier Creality CR10, I had to do it every print. It would still be wonky and change on every print as well. So that's what we're coming from. But thankfully, those days are behind me as well. I do follow some sort of process to determine when I level my print bed. Because on the Bambu printers, you take the print bed off every time. There is a chance for slight changes. So when do I level the print bed? For large or long prints, if precision and quality is essential. And in general, I do it like once every other print or every 3 prints if I'm printing larger projects for a continuous amount of time. For prototyping or smaller prints that only take like 10 or 15 grams of filament, I skip it more often. Dry and calibrated filament. This is a whole can of worms in itself. A lot of people say different things. There are many tests, etc. For me, I had issues with my Creality CR10 and third-party filament. With my P1S, I print Bambu filament or Bambu Lab filament. The same third-party filaments for the CR10 printed less nicely as well on my P1S. I have a filament dryer, but I don't really use it, and it also depends on your situation. Here in the Netherlands, it's winter now. We had to purchase a humidifier this year just to keep our house above 20% humidity every night. That's also not good, but as you can tell behind me as well, there are some open spools, some older spools as well, and I can notice a quality difference and artifacts when using those spools. I also had a filament break in the AMS. That filament was open for more than a year, so somewhat to be expected. Print quality was good, not great, but it printed, it was just more fragile. Calibrating filament. Make sure your filament is calibrated as well. This will give you better results in general. Bambu Lab has some great articles about this, explaining the whole reason and process in detail as well. Calibration process is even integrated in BambuStudio as well. When do I do this? If I notice quality changes, it could be due to nozzle erosion or other causes. Recalibrating is just making sure the settings are optimal for the current status of the printer setup. So calibrating might fix those quality issues without having to change anything else. I also recalibrate when I change the nozzle or use a different type of filament. For example, when switching from Bambu Lab Basic PLA Black to Gray, I won't recalibrate. When going from Bambu Lab Basic PLA Black to a new type of like PLA Metal or Silk, I might. I'll do a test print. If the quality is not up to my standards with the built-in Bambu Lab standard profiles, then I'll calibrate. BambuStudio will even store the profiles and calibrations You can find them under the calibration tab in BambuStudio. I think 90% of all 3D printing problems can be prevented finding a process for yourself and keeping an eye on these 3 to 4 things. But also keep in mind that issues will arise eventually. 3D printers have moving parts, things will wear out and they fail over time. Regular maintenance like Bambu Lab Recommends won't prevent those issues either. Just maybe extend the life of your printer and the parts it has. And now that we have everything ready, I will go for a normal PLA for this one. So I have to slice it once again. 23 minutes, 7 grams. And I'm going to hit print to load all the settings from my printer that I have selected and plate that I have selected. I have an AMS system, so there's the proper roll of filament in there. And time-lapse enabled, out-of-bed leveling, and send it to the printer. So now you can print all of your projects and we'll continue from there. And I'll tell you how you can share your designs as well. And now for the first ripple part, sort of expected the little tiny piece in the letter A from my name got separated from the print bed early on and it traveled through our piece. That's something that I would change for my own logo or name if that would be a reoccurring item. So just printing small pieces and just testing your design, you really get to see how it interacts printing as well. And for the rest, the quality looks great and everything fits nicely together as well. And for the geometric wave design, it's all printed in one go. I printed it in white this time and everything's looking great as well. So definitely let me know how it went with your project. Now, let's talk a bit about the assembly aspect of 3D printed wall art. I try to apply the KISS principle where possible. It stands for Keep It Simple Stupid. It's a design and engineering guideline advocating simplicity, stating that the most systems work best when kept simple rather than complex. We aren't building intricate machines or complex programs, but you can see this principle looking at my process and material choices as well. The Copper Vortex V1 started very simple with a flat background, some universal caulking and a simple backplate. And now you're here probably watching another one of my videos. The first simple project made an impact. And now I'm working out new features and improving things where possible, but we'll always have a simple base to fall back on. The main video from the Copper Vortex explains the whole process in detail, but it comes down to put the pieces in order. Glue them to a flat surface, and that's it. So for this part of the video, I'll explain what my thought process was behind the material choices, as the assembly process is pretty straightforward. I went with the high-tech caulking because I had it laying around and I knew that probably everyone else has some as well. This makes the level of entry to the project lower for others who want to try it as well. It's a relatable and known product. Of course, you can use universal glue, super glue, or almost any other type of glue as well. Just check if the materials you want to glue are compatible with the glue. Otherwise, you might not end up with the results you want, or might even get a toxic mess where stuff dissolves or creates crazy fumes. So, high-tech caulking also has way more strength than needed for the project. Overkill, but it does the job perfectly. As for the backplate, I went with aluminum. The main idea was that it's lightweight and affordable, and I also thought of wood or acrylic, but to me they seemed less ideal. Wood can warp and bend and is susceptible to moisture as well. acrylic is heavier than aluminum and it scratches easily. So aluminum was my choice. Because of its strength, it can also be fairly flat and yeah, strong as well. So that's a little more detailed insight into my thought process when printing and how I pick my materials. I hope you got some ideas or learned something new, and that this encourages you to start your own projects as well. The biggest thing for me is to just take the first step and start something. Don't contemplate every single detail. Don't overcomplicate things. Just apply that KISS principle. Don't aim for perfection. Just start the damn project so you can see some progress and keep some motivation and excitement going. Otherwise, you'll lose the interest before you know it. So with all that, I hope you start printing your project. Make sure to share it as well. I would love to see it. If you don't know how yet, don't worry about that. In the last video, I will talk about sharing and downloading 3D projects and designs. But that was it for this video. I'll see you in the next video about sharing those designs.